In America, the average healthy lifespan ends around 66 years old. After that, many people face a gradual decline, relying on pills, procedures, and experiencing diminishing vitality year after year. It's a sobering reality. Mobility fades, energy wanes, and simple daily activities start to feel like chores. But contrast that with Japan, where over 95,000 people aged 100 and older remain remarkably active, sharp, and capable of walking too. The grocery store without assistance. These centenarians aren't just surviving, they're thriving, engaging in hobbies, socializing, and maintaining independence well into their later years. What's their secret? It's not magic, perfect genetics, or expensive supplements. Since 1928, Japan has embraced a nationwide morning movement routine, a simple, accessible set of 6 gentle exercises practiced by children, adults, and seniors alike across the country. This isn't some high-tech fitness fad. It's a time-tested, tradition rooted in everyday discipline. No equipment required, no gym membership needed, just 15 minutes a day performed in the comfort of your home or even outdoors. This routine systematically builds strength, enhances balance, and fosters confidence, effectively adding years of vibrant, independent living to your life. It's the kind of practice that compounds over time, turning potential frailty into enduring resilience. In this video, I'll guide you through these 6 movements step by step, demonstrating exactly how to perform them safely at any fitness level, whether you're a complete beginner, someone recovering from an injury, or already somewhat active. I'll also explain the science and history behind each one, showing why they help you age stronger, not slower. These exercises target the muscles and systems that naturally weaken with age, preventing the common pitfalls like falls, poor posture, and loss of mobility. Before we dive in, I'd love for you to share your first name, age, and where you're watching from in the comments below. Are you tuning in from New York, Tokyo, or somewhere else entirely? We'd love to connect with you, hear your story, and maybe even feature it in a future video. Your experiences motivate us all to keep moving forward. First up is Shikodachi, the sumo stance, a foundational movement steeped in Japan's rich cultural history. For over 1,500 years, sumo wrestlers have used this posture to build explosive power and unshakable stability in the dohyo ring. But you don't need to be a professional athlete to benefit. Shikodachi is perfect for everyday vitality, strengthening the leg muscles essential for routine tasks, like rising from a chair, climbing stairs, or simply staying steady to prevent falls, issues that affect millions as they age. Imagine effortlessly navigating your home or neighborhood without that nagging fear of losing balance. Here's how to do it safely and effectively. Start by standing tall with your feet positioned twice shoulder width apart, toes turned out at a comfortable 45-degree angle to allow your hips to open naturally. Engage your core slightly to protect your back. Then slowly lower your hips as if you're sitting down between your legs, not behind them. Think of easing onto an imaginary stool placed right in front of you. Keep your spine straight, chest open, and lifted, and gaze forward to maintain alignment. If balance feels challenging, place your hands lightly on your thighs for support, or better yet, position yourself near a wall or hold onto a sturdy chair for added security. Breathe deeply and steadily throughout. For beginners or those with limited mobility, start with a shallow descent, just a gentle bend in the knees, and hold for 20 to 30 seconds. As your strength builds over weeks, gradually deepen the stance, and extend the hold to 1 or 2 minutes. You'll immediately feel your quadriceps, glutes, and inner thighs firing up, muscles that are often neglected after age 50 due to sedentary habits. These are your vitality muscles, the true foundation of your ability to move with ease and grace. When they're robust, you navigate life like someone decades younger. But when they weaken, even simple tasks like climbing a flight of stairs can become daunting and exhausting. Biomechanics research, including studies from Japanese universities, confirms that Shikodachi activates a broader range of leg muscles compared to traditional squats, while distributing weight in a way that places far less strain on your knees and hips. The wide hip angle also helps counteract the chronic stiffness that builds up from hours of sitting at desks or in cars, a pervasive problem in our modern desk-bound lifestyles. If you have tight hips, knee concerns, or any joint issues, always begin with a modified, shallower version and shorter holds, listening to your body and progressing gradually. Avoid forcing depth. Consistency is key. Mastering Shikodachi early on lays a solid, stable groundwork for the entire routine, ensuring you build a resilient base that supports all future movements and daily activities. Next, we shift our focus to a movement that sharpens your balance and proprioception, inspired by the graceful, poised elegance of a cat on the prowl. This is the second exercise, Nekowashi Dachi, the cat stance. If Shikodachi fortifies your foundation, Nekowashi Dachi hones your intricate balance system, which works quietly in the background to protect you from everyday injuries like trips or stumbles. Drawn from traditional karate forms where practitioners mimic a cat lightly testing the ground before a swift leap, this subtle yet profoundly powerful stance targets your ankles, hips, and core stabilizers. It's especially vital as we age, since balance naturally deteriorates, increasing fall risk by up to 30% after 65, according to geriatric studies. But with regular practice, you can reclaim that feline-like agility. Here's a step-by-step guide to performing it correctly. Begin in a neutral standing position. Then step one foot slightly forward so the ball of that front foot gently touches the ground, like a cat's paw delicately probing the earth, while your back foot remains firmly planted, bearing about 70% of your body weight. Keep both knees softly bent, not locked, and align your hips square to the front, avoiding any twisting. Your arms can hang relaxed at your sides or be held out slightly for counterbalance if needed. At first, this asymmetrical position might feel awkward or unstable. That's intentional, as it awakens deep stabilizer muscles that most people haven't engaged in years due to even symmetrical daily movements. Focus on even breathing to stay centered and hold for 20 to 30 seconds on each side, switching legs smoothly. For safety, especially if you're new to this, stand close to a wall, countertop, or chair that you can lightly touch for reassurance without leaning on it heavily. As you gain confidence and control, progress by incorporating small weight shifts from side to side or slow, controlled arm circles to further challenge your stability and coordination. Japanese physical therapists frequently prescribe Nekowashi Dachi to retrain balance post-injury or surgery, with clinical evidence showing improvements in ankle strength and reduced sway in just a few weeks. The arch strengthening aspect also helps combat flat feet or plantar fasciitis, common in older adults. If you live with conditions like arthritis, vertigo, or limited ankle mobility, opt for shorter holds initially, perhaps 10 to 15 seconds, and always consult your doctor to ensure it's suitable for you. Beyond the physical benefits, this move instills a profound sense of bodily confidence, reminding you that your body is capable of precise, safe movement even in unpredictable environments. It stabilizes your posture in ways that modern ergonomic chairs or office setups simply can't replicate. Third on our list is Seiza, the proper sitting posture, a practice as old as Japanese culture itself. Don't worry, this isn't about contorting into uncomfortable positions or forcing unnatural flexibility. Seiza, meaning proper sitting, was once the everyday norm for Japanese people during meals, tea ceremonies, family gatherings, or quiet meditation sessions, fostering a deep connection to the body and breath. In today's world, where slouching over screens and desks is rampant, Seiza serves as a gentle yet transformative stretch to counteract the postural imbalances that creep in after 50. Think rounded shoulders, forward head tilt, and a compressed lower back that leads to chronic pain. By incorporating it, you'll notice gradual improvements in how you carry yourself throughout the day. Here's how to ease into it comfortably. Find a soft mat, carpet, or yoga blanket to kneel on, bringing your knees together with your feet folded neatly under you, so the tops of your feet rest flat on the floor. From there, slowly sit your hips back onto your heels, maintaining a tall, relaxed spine, shoulders down, chest open, and neck long. If your knees, ankles, or hips protest due to tightness, which is common from years of chair sitting, place a firm cushion, folded towel, or yoga block between your heels and hips to elevate and reduce any strain. This simple modification makes Seiza accessible to nearly everyone, regardless of flexibility level. Breathe deeply and hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute at first, gradually extending to 3 to 5 minutes as it becomes more comfortable. Perhaps integrating it into your routine while sipping morning tea, watching the news, or reading a book. You'll feel a subtle stretch in your tight hip flexors and quadriceps, the very muscles that shorten and pull your pelvis forward, contributing to that dreaded hunch posture. Simultaneously, Seiza activates dormant deep core and spinal stabilizer, muscles that get overlooked in chair-based living, promoting better alignment from head to toe. Over time, this translates to less lower back strain, improved breathing, and even enhanced digestion from the upright position. For those entirely new to floor sitting or dealing with knee sensitivities, start even shorter, 10 to 20 seconds, and use extra padding under your knees or buttocks to build tolerance without discomfort. Seiza isn't just a stretch, it's a mindful reminder that small, intentional habits can reverse decades of postural neglect, helping you stand taller and move with more poise in every aspect of life. Building on that postural foundation, let's go even deeper, not just for your body, but for your mind, nervous system, and overall resilience. Fourth is Zazen, the seated meditation posture, a cornerstone of Zen practice that elevates Seiza into a holistic tool for inner and outer strength. Once you've realigned your body with Seiza, Zazen takes it further by tuning your autonomic nervous system, reducing chronic stress, and fortifying your mental fortitude. Practiced for centuries in Zen monasteries across Japan to cultivate mental clarity and emotional equanimity, Zazen is far more than passive sitting. It's an active isometric. Hold that subtly strengthens your core while calming the mind's chatter. This dual benefit is why it's a favorite among long-lived Okinawans who attribute part of their longevity to such mindful practices. To get started, sit cross-legged on the floor in a stable position. If your hips allow, opt for full or half lotus. For deeper hip opening, but a simple crisscross easy pose, Sukhasana, works beautifully for most. Elevate your hips slightly with a firm cushion or folded blanket to encourage a natural forward pelvic tilt and tall spine. Imagine a gentle string pulling the crown of your head upward, while your shoulders relax away from your ears, chin tucks subtly, and hands rest palms up in your lap, perhaps in the cosmic mudra, thumbs lightly touching. Gaze softly downward or close your eyes, and allow your breath to flow slowly and naturally without forcing it. This posture deeply engages your transverse abdominis, the deep belly corset, and multifidus muscles along the spine, which act as natural shock absorbers, protecting against injury and enhancing overall balance during dynamic activities. With consistent practice, it also gently stretches your hips and lower back, countering the tightness from prolonged sitting. Neuroscience research, including brain imaging studies from institutions like Kyoto University, reveals that Zazen activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, lowering stress hormones like cortisol by up to 20%, which in turn improves sleep quality, elevates mood, sharpens focus, and even aids in natural pain management by reducing inflammation. Start modestly with 5 to 10 minutes daily, perhaps right after Seiza, concentrating on the rhythm of your inhales and exhales to anchor wandering thoughts. Gradually build to 15 or 20 minutes, noticing how it not only fortifies your spine, but also instills a calmer, more resilient approach to life's stresses. If cross-legged sitting feels inaccessible due to hip or knee limitations, adapt by using a sturdy chair. Sit with feet flat on the floor, hips at or above knee level, and Maintain the same upright posture and breathing focus. Zazen serves as a vital bridge between physical endurance and mental poise, priming you beautifully for the more dynamic stances ahead. With that inner strength cultivated, now let's channel it outward through the fifth exercise. Kibadachi, the horse stance, a dynamic posture emblematic of samurai discipline and karate mastery. Zazen built your quiet core power. Kibadachi unleashes it into visible functional stability, training you for the battles of daily life like carrying groceries or gardening without fatigue. Historically used by warriors to simulate the grounded readiness of mounting a horse, this stance has evolved into a staple for modern Japanese martial arts and fitness, emphasizing endurance over speed. Today, it's your tool for sustaining vitality and fierce independence, targeting the deep muscles that keep you upright and agile. To perform Kibadachi, stand with your feet placed about 1 foot wider than shoulder width, keeping them parallel, and pointing straight ahead, no outward turn like in Shikodachi. Engage your core, then bend your knees while lowering your hips as if straddling an invisible saddle or sitting back into a low chair, ensuring your knees track over your toes without caving inward. Maintain a tall spine, chest lifted, and let your arms hang relaxed by your sides or extend them forward at shoulder height for an added challenge. Your weight should feel evenly distributed through your feet, heels grounded. Hold this for 20 to 30 seconds initially, repeating 2 to 3 rounds with brief rests in between. As endurance grows, extend to 1 or 2 minutes per hold, breathing steadily to sustain the effort. You'll sense an intense activation in your quadriceps, inner and outer thigh adductors, glutes, and hip stabilizers, all working in harmony to build lateral, side-to-side resilience. These muscle groups are crucial for preventing common age-related issues like hip swaying or side falls, while also improving knee and hip joint alignment to ward off arthritis progression. Exercise physiology studies, such as those from the Japanese Society of Physical Fitness, demonstrate that Kibadachi significantly boosts proprioception, your body's innate sense of position and movement, which naturally declines after 60, leading to clumsiness. Enhanced proprioception means greater confidence when walking on uneven terrain, stepping off curbs, or simply rolling out of bed in the morning without wobbling. For beginners with weaker legs or balance concerns, begin with a higher saddle, shallower knee bend, and shorter durations, perhaps using a wall for light support until stability improves. This exercise is a powerful antidote to the muscle atrophy caused by modern sedentary routines, like endless scrolling or remote work, reconnecting you to the primal strength that keeps you mobile and self-reliant. Finally, to tie everything together and test your integrated progress, we arrive at the sixth and culminating exercise, the wall squat, also known as the invisible chair. We've methodically built leg strength with Shikodachi and Kibadachi, refined. Balance through Nekowashi Dachi, realigned posture via Seiza and Zazen, now the wall squat synthesizes it all into one revealing full-body challenge. This unassuming move is a staple in Japanese rehabilitation clinics and senior fitness programs, prized for its simplicity and profound results in building endurance without high impact. It requires zero equipment beyond a sturdy wall, making it ideal for home practice, and it reveals just how far you've come in the routine. Position yourself with your back flat against the wall, feet shoulder width apart and placed about 12 to 18 inches forward from the wall. Experiment to find your sweet spot. Engage your core. Then slowly slide down the wall by bending your knees until they form a 90-degree angle, as if perching on an invisible chair just high enough to keep your thighs parallel to the ground. Crucially, ensure your knees stay directly over your ankles, never pushing past your toes, to protect joint integrity. Your arms can rest on your thighs or extend forward for balance. Hold this isometric position for 30 seconds at the outset, focusing on deep, even breaths to maintain composure, and progressively work up to 2 or 3 minutes as your endurance builds. The beauty of the wall squat lies in its comprehensive engagement. Your quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and core all fire simultaneously, creating a symphony of support that enhances overall postural endurance. Exercise science research, including longitudinal studies from Tokyo's sports medicine centers, highlights how wall squats preferentially activate slow-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for sustained activities and anti-fatigue posture, while also stimulating angiogenesis, new blood vessel growth, in the legs for better circulation. This improved blood flow nourishes tissues, supports cardiovascular health, and even bolsters bone density to fight osteoporosis, a major concern for postmenopausal women and aging men alike. For an extra layer of benefit, squeeze a soft ball, pillow, or even a folded towel between your knees during the hold to activate your inner thighs, adductors, and refine knee tracking, reducing lateral stress. Think of this as your personal progress benchmark. If you can only manage 30 seconds today but hit 2 minutes after a consistent month, that's tangible proof your body is adapting, growing stronger, and reclaiming its potential. No gym, no jumping, no excuses, just pure measurable advancement that motivates you to keep going. Now that you've mastered these 6 transformative movements, inspired directly by the habits of Japan's active centenarians, let's weave them into a practical daily routine that seamlessly fits your busy life and could profoundly alter how you move, feel, and age for decades to come. Remember, Japanese longevity isn't solely about exercise. It's amplified by a balanced diet rich in whole foods like fish, vegetables, and fermented items, strong community bonds that encourage social activity, and accessible preventive health care. But consistent movement is the accessible cornerstone. Anyone can adopt. You don't need to tackle all 6 exercises every single day. That could lead to burnout. Instead, here's a streamlined, evidence-based 5 to 7 minute routine designed for real-world schedules, drawing from the Kaizen principle of incremental progress. For your morning session, about 2.5 minutes total, kick off with 30 seconds of Seiza to gently realign your spine and hips after a night's rest, easing you into the day with better posture. Follow with 1 minute of Zazen to center your mind, activate your deep core, and set a calm tone, perfect before breakfast or coffee. Then, dedicate 30 seconds per leg to Nekowashi Dachi, honing that cat-like balance to prepare for whatever the day throws at you, like navigating crowds or stairs. In the evening, unwind with a 4-minute flow. Start with 1 minute of Shikodachi to open those hips, flush out the day's tension, and reinforce leg strength. Transition to 1 minute of Kibadachi for that essential lateral stability, helping your body recover from hours on your feet. Cap it off with 2 minutes of wall squat to integrate everything, tracking your endurance while promoting relaxation through controlled breathing. That's your complete circuit. No gym required, no high pressure, just deliberate compounding minutes that accumulate into remarkable gains in strength, balance, and vitality over time. Japan's Kaizen philosophy, emphasizing small, consistent steps for monumental change, perfectly encapsulates this approach, and scientific backing from longevity research in blue zones like Okinawa supports it. Even modest daily movement can extend healthy years by 5 to 7. If you face mobility challenges such as arthritis, joint pain, or post-surgery recovery, always ease in gradually. Use the modifications we've discussed, like cushions, chairs, or shallower stances, and never push through sharp pain. Consult your doctor or a physical therapist to tailor it further. These moves are intentionally inclusive, designed to meet you exactly where you are, whether you're 50 navigating midlife transitions, 70 embracing retirement, 80 defying stereotypes, a total beginner, or someone already somewhat active looking to refine. To make adherence effortless, pair the routine with existing habits. Do your morning set while the coffee brews or during a podcast, and evenings alongside unwinding with a book or light stretching. Track your journey simply. Jot down hold times in a notebook or app, or note qualitative shifts like stairs feel easier or less backache after sitting. Celebrating these wins keeps motivation high. And hey, To build community, share your first name, age, and where you're watching from in the comments once more. I'll randomly select a few viewers to send a free printable PDF guide detailing these moves with illustrations, progress trackers, and bonus tips. Your future self, vibrant, steady, and full of life, will thank you immensely for committing to this today. Close your eyes for a moment and envision it, moving with unshakable confidence, climbing stairs without a second thought, bending, to tie your shoes effortlessly, and feeling profoundly strong in both body and mind well into your 80s, 90s, or beyond. This routine isn't merely about physical exercise. It's a gateway to reclaiming your innate vitality, fostering deeper self-trust, and living life fully on your own empowered terms. Inspired by centuries of Japanese health wisdom, these simple, profound movements hold the power to rewrite your aging story. Start small, stay consistent, breathe through the challenges, and watch as your world expands with renewed energy and possibility. You've got this. Begin now, and let's age with grace and strength together.